If you have a shit ton of money as a team this offseason, please, for the love of God, don't build a super team. Every year, there's at least one team in the LEC or the LCS that's touted as a super team, and it's meant to demolish regional competition and challenge Eastern teams at the international stage. And this team will be at the top of every analyst power ranking and every promotional video, and every year like clockwork, this team not only fails in their promise on the international stage, it sometimes crashes so spectacularly it leaves everyone wondering what happened. I would argue that the problem with this narrative isn't what happened, but everyone's expectation is wrong. Both the theory and the execution behind the super team approach is so flawed, and it keeps costing teams tens of millions of dollars in the post-franchise era with little to show for it. So let's talk about it. What is a super team and why do they exist? Everyone thinks if we just take the best top laner, the best mid laner, the best jungler, the best support, the best AD carry, and smush them all in one team, that team would be insane. But there's so much research and evidence that actually points to the contrary. The biggest problem with this idea is that think about each of those players when they were on their previous team. The team was built around them, they played around them, they gave them resources, and there was so much clarity for the team and the coaching staff and everyone watching that this is how they're going to win. And everyone on the team sacrificed for that player to work and look good. Now, when you have 5 players who come from a bunch of different teams like this, who join a super team, what usually happens? You always hear excuses from players after the year saying, we just didn't gel, or we just never came together, or we just didn't see the game the right way. And it's because all of those players, when they join a super team, want to replicate how their previous team worked, but no one is able to sacrifice or willing to sacrifice to be able to make that team go. When that happens, everyone decides, okay, we are 5 great players, let's just play the game the right way. But when there isn't that single route of clarity, they end up basically pulling each other apart. The result you get is a team that is much worse than the sum of their parts. So if you're a team who has a lot of money, who wants to build a super team, what you want to do is you want to find 2 or 3 core players who have a lot of skill that you want to build around, and then you need at least a couple of experienced glue pieces to be able to sacrifice and look at the team with the clarity that will allow this team to function. So please, for the love of God, if you want to build a super team that's going to do well, focus on a few players that are going to shine and pick up players around them that allow them to succeed, rather than picking up 5 players who are going to pull each other in different directions.
This is how Parth will treat his subscribers if you subscribe. Make sure to